Halo. Chatnya barusan disable sama YouTube. Oh ya? Masa sih Nema? Seriusan? Oke, yuk. Terus hidup lagi. Oh, no. Oke. Yuk kita reaksi. Pokemonnya ngambek kai. Pokemonnya ngambek makanya Mai. Jadi nonton ini dulu aja ya. Besok baru Pokemon lagi. Iya kayak aksi
We're
gitu.
live already? Hey everyone, welcome to the program and thank you to our sponsor, the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm your host, Astral Express crew member, March 7th. I've been watching my favorite
Halo,
streamer
Tris.
in preparation, but this is still my first time hosting, so go easy on me if I mess up, okay?
Halo, selamat datang.
What was I supposed to say again?
Ada kan semuanya kan?
I think it was,
Sip.
don't forget to like, follow, and share, or I'll chicken out. And then... Oh, without further ado, let's get right into the trailer.
Attention all spectators! Attention all spectators!
Pokok dari Wibu.
The
Yoi.
International Tournament Festival Championship is about to commence! Please take to your seats!
My friends, join me in this dance. Let's bring this exquisite celebration to its climax.
Di awal kukira mau ngapain ternyata orang di dalamnya gamenya live. Enggak, ini reaksi. Ada info apa?
I returned to the Lawfu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins.
Anjir, keren ih.
This will be the last you see of me.
Ya, cakep ay. Cakep.
Sword War.
Cakep ay, cakep. Susah nih.
Later moonlight.
Paksa.
High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
Faksa versi Starel. Tuh kodenya tuh. Kode. Kodenya tuh. Apa aja tulis. TAP apa? TAP 8H 27 DBRPG. Ayo tuh, satu kode. SS. Ini yang mau nih kodenya tuh. Ada. Kode. Yang mau. Sorry. Salah kode, santai.
Yeah, the Trailblaze journey continues. There's loads of fun stuff waiting for us out there. Can't wait to catch it all on camera. Like Jing Liu. Never thought we'd meet a living Xianzhou legend. She's super interesting. Miss Jing Liu might look young and elegant, but people say she's experienced and super dangerous.
Ayo,
I
kita
was
cek
a
lagi
little
nanti.
nervous when the
Ada.
director told me I'd be introducing her today. So I thought, why don't I see if I can bring in another young, elegant, experienced, and dangerous lady to help me with the intro. Next up, let's put our hands together and welcome Miss Himeko, navigator of the Astral Express.
Wow, March. Is that how you see me? I'm very flattered.
Himeko, you're here already?
That's right. I walked in just as someone happened to be calling me a young, elegant, experienced, and dangerous lady.
Kepencet. No.
Sure thing. Where were we? Hi, everyone. As March said, I'm Himeko, navigator of the Astral Express.
Dari wibu
Today
ya kok
I'll
ya?
be introducing you to a living Xianzhou legend, Qingliu.
Ini yang ditunggu-tunggu nih sama banyak orang. Ini nih cakep baik. Awal rilis tuh ini yang ditunggu ya. Ya, cakep baik. Gila ya. Paksa lagi.
Ever since I first caught sight of her in Yenqing's tracking entries, I was completely hooked. She's Jingyuan's previous master. I bet she's got all kinds of hidden stories to tell.
As one of the High Cloud Quintet, she was once the strongest swordmaster on the Luofu. However, due to the effects of Mara, she sometimes loses her grip on reality, perceiving herself as an unstoppable sword.
Paksa buka penutup mata
Jingliu's
Gojo
so ruthless. She even attacked her
Satoku.
apprentice's apprentice.
Mirip ya, mirip
And
pisan ya.
she figured out Yenqing's fighting style just from the sound of his swords. I'd bolt if I saw her coming
Cakep
my
banget
way.
sumpah,
I
cakep banget
can't say
ini.
I blame you. After the Mara took
Pengen naik.
hold of Jingliu, she became a different person. As for the day she crossed paths with Yanqing, it was quite the twist of fate.
I guess so. In any case, Jingliu is unpredictable at the best of times. But
Cakep,
if you
ini.
catch her
Cakep,
on a
cakep.
good day,
Suka, pokok.
she's as calm as moonlight on a silent night.
Nicely put. Her power is actually deeply connected to the moon's phases. Jingliu is an ice-type character following the path of destruction, who uses 2 different states in combat.
Different states? What's that?
Think of it this way. When Jingliu is in prolonged combat, her Mara-struck persona takes over and she changes states. When Jingliu uses her skill, Transcendent Flash, she accumulates stacks of syzygy.
Whoa! Isn't Transcendent Flash the legendary sword move from Mr. Cien's story? The one that cuts through time itself?
Training
You
kali
sure
apa ya?
seem
Aku nggak
well-versed
tahu
in
mau
High
training
Cloud
buat
Quintet
siapa.
stories, March.
Santai, santai.
When syzygy stacks up to a set amount, Jingliu is consumed by Mara and enters a spectral transmigration state. In the spectral transmigration state, Jingliu's every attack deducts a set percentage of HP from her ally's max HP. However, her attack increases according to the corresponding total HP consumed.
See? I told you she attacks her allies.
While in the spectral transmigration state,
Cocok untuk
Jingliu's
kerusuhan sama
skill,
Blake, ya?
Transcendent Flash, becomes Moon on Glacial River, and she is unable to launch basic attacks. Moon on Glacial River doesn't consume skill points, but does consume stacks of syzygy. When stacks reach 0, Jingliu exits the spectral transmigration state. Jingliu's ultimate, Floor Ephemeral Dream Flux, deals a set percentage of her attack as ice damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, as well as granting her additional stacks of syzygy.
Whether it's normal state Ice Beauty Jingliu or red-eyed spectral transmigrator state Jingliu, she's one heck of a sword master.
According to Xianzhou records, she was taken by the Ten Lords before the onset of Mara and subsequently detained in the shackling
Kayaknya aku kalau
prison.
misalnya
The
ini
famous
bakalan
confrontation with her
ice.
apprentice, Jing Yuan, would
Ice sama
come
Buat
later.
itu.
Becoming
Jadi
Mara
dua-dua-
struck is an unavoidable fate for Xianzhou
Jadi dua-dua
long-life
kayak gitu,
species. but they're still trying to find a way to break free of the cycle.
In the brand new 1.4 mission, Clouds Leave No Trace, an anonymous letter silently appears on the Express. It
Okay, itu
seems
kan ada
an
companion mission lagi
unexpected
kan?
visitor has extended an invitation and is looking to connect with Don Hung to delve deeper into the tale of the Xianzhou. Past
companion
events
mission
may
ada
feel
lagi itu,
distant
satu.
in the present, but it's only right to give this story its proper conclusion. Valiant figures
Kan,
from times of old reunite with familiar faces and find themselves in a world drastically reshaped from the one they once knew.
I heard the reason Jing Liu wears a blindfold is to avoid catching sight of certain objects on the Xianzhou. Things that would trigger her memory and the Mara inside her.
Out of
Well,
topic tapi
not
bulan
seeing isn't the
lagi
same
bagus
as not
malam ini.
remembering. She's never forgotten those who
Pangannya
fought
dikeluarinnya
alongside
bulan
her.
ini, iya nggak?
As for solving the Mara predicament, we'll just have to stay tuned for the upcoming Xianzhou story.
Looks like Jing Liu's next move is gonna be trending all over the Xianzhou.
Cocok makanya.
Hey, Himeko, what if I start doing my own live streams? They could track Jing Liu's every step. I bet they'd get loads of views.
Sorry, March. I wouldn't recommend chasing trends. Your content will probably end up clashing with the IPCs.
Really? But my favorite streamers are always saying you gotta go with the hype. Anyway, how do you think I'm doing so far, Himeko? For this episode, I did loads and loads of research. Plus, I got lots of tips from my favorite streamer.
Favorite
And
streamer,
which
jangan
streamer
bilang
would this
Tech na favorite streamer kay
Ta-da!
si
She's a
Botak.
streamer called Gwenithan. Her streams are super entertaining.
Gwenithan?
United nggak tahu.
I can't say I've heard of her.
You haven't? She's on the Xianzhou too. How about... I know, I'll tell you all about her.
Streamer? What? Entertainment.
There was one night I couldn't sleep, and I ended up watching Gwenithan's Kwaiban live stream. I've never heard anything like it. I subscribed straight away. It was meant to be.
Her attire is
Udah, aku
very
nonton channel lain
Xianzhou,
dulu.
but
Oke,
it feels
Nema.
like she's not from the Luofu.
She's not from any of the Xianzhou ships.
Besok Pokemon deh,
I
aku sayang.
think her real name was Guinevere or something. Anyway, Gui means fine wood, Nai means to exist, and Fen means fragrant.
Ini emang aku nonton ini
Sushan
dulu,
came up with it for
soalnya
her.
aku nggak tahu mau
She's
streaming
her
apa.
bestie.
Masa
What
just talking
lovely
lagi.
imagery.
I know. Plus, if you think about it, Guinevere and Gwenithan do sound kind of similar. If you say them a few times,
Aduh,
right?
awalnya pengen apa ya? Pengen
You
Pokemon.
might
cuman
want to
Pokemon
steer
nggak
clear
ada.
of wordplay, March. I heard the
Palingan nanti streaming
Xianzhou
kada malam
issues
aja deh.
fines for that.
Huh?
Pengen streaming Genshin
Seriously?
sih.
Xianzhou culture is vast and profound. There's still much to learn.
Gwenithan says that Sushang is always schooling her on local culture and customs. Sushang is as Xianzhou as it gets. I feel like everything I learned about the Xianzhou I learned from them.
Live streaming, Kwaiban, a passion for Xianzhou culture. Gwenithan seems like a girl of many talents.
She is! Although I feel like she mainly uses them to impress her bestie. Did you know that Gwenithan is actually a street performer? Not to mention she's also super talented on the battlefield. Gwenithan is a fire-type character following the path of nihility. When
Nihility,
using
okay.
her skill, Blazing Welcome, Gwenithan launches firecrackers, dealing fire damage to her target and adjacent
Nomia, ay.
enemies with a chance of inflicting burn. After unlocking the trace, High Pulse, her basic attack, Standing Ovation, also has a chance of inflicting enemies with burn.
I'm curious. Why firecrackers exactly?
Gwenithan says that in Xianzhou legends, artists use firecrackers to fend off scary beasts. In return, the nobility supported the artists financially. Gwenithan is just continuing the tradition, and friendly locals are only too happy to support her. Funnily enough, her talent is called Patreon benefits. When Gwaynithan is on the battlefield and an enemy sustains burn damage, there's a chance they'll enter a Fire Kiss state. Fire Kiss is stackable and limited to a set number of turns. While in the Fire Kiss state, enemies sustain increased damage. Which reminds me, I think Gwaynithan live-streamed a battle once too.
Aku belum dapat
Her
pencerahan,
ultimate.
artinya
Watch
IHR.
this showstopper.
Ngaku
Summons
kebak.
and detonates an even
Bisa
bigger
jadi.
firecracker in the form of a
Iya, ya.
D-Ting,
IHR
dealing
harusnya
fire
ngaku.
damage to all enemies. Targets already inflicted with burns sustain additional damage as a set percentage of the fire damage.
Is this what the kids call going viral? I'd love to see her combat livestream data. I bet it was an instant hit.
About that, her stream was taken down halfway through. I think she violated the platform's fire safety policy.
Oh.
What do you think? Got a better picture of Gwaynithan now?
And I can see why you're so fond of her.
Cool, isn't she? I'll message you the link to her streams right now. Sometimes she even sends gifts to her fans. Hey, Gwaylings, check this out. Scale Gorge spring water, clear and tasteless, rich in calories. One sip, you just saved yourself a meal. Actually, I bought some 5-liter Scale Gorge spring water during Gwaynithan's last stream. When you're watching her stream, you gotta be ready to grab the deals. They're awesome!
Wait a minute, March. If that's the case, those bottles of Scale Gorge spring water in the Express's storage room, you bought all of those?
Yeah? What about them?
Interesting. Just the other day, Welt was telling me about his new healthy lifestyle habits. Apart from exercise, he's been drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Strangely enough, he's gained a little weight. Guess it must have been...
So Mr. Yang was drinking the... it's getting late, Himeko. We should get back to the show.
Itu atau
The
dia
next
masuk ke
person we'll be
Nihilitik akan
talking
nambah di
about
buff
is
dari yang kena
Topaz.
buff. Bisa jadi, ay.
Sure. So, who's Topaz?
Bisa jadi.
Actually, I don't know either. But the director said that Topaz works for the IPC. She even knows that presenter, Albert. Speaking of, let's get him on the line. He can introduce Topaz.
Topaz.
Albert? Albert! Ah!
Woo! And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your good buddy Albert.
Why did our art style change?
On my show, we go by my style. Up next, allow me, Albert, a professional inter-astral peace corporation,
Artinya ceritanya nggak ada,
to
tapi ada mission
introduce to
companion
you
ya buat
my
si
guest and
Jingyu.
IPC colleague.
Lumayan aja mission
Topaz.
companion buat Jingyu. Lumayan banget, ay.
Topaz is a
Nanti
rising
Trace kasih
star
yang itu yang-
in the IPC Strategic Investment Department, currently heading up the Special Death Picket team. She's a combination of youth, elegance, and remarkable ability.
The Special Debts Picket Team. I think I've heard of them.
Well, as you may know, among the universe's major investors and lenders, the IPC is a big fish. And with so many venture capital projects, there are bound to be bumps in the road. Topaz is our go-to person to smooth out the bumps and make sure we recover what's owed.
Oh, I get it. So the corporation's in the red?
When dealing with defaulters, Topaz's methods are swift and effective, saving the IPC from many a potential loss. She also has a great knack for investments, turning even the bleakest projects into success stories and ensuring huge returns for the corporation.
Wow, impressive. Does she have some kind of superpower?
Within the walls of the IPC,
Salah ya,
there is
kodenya ya tadi
indeed
ya.
a rumor
Ini
that Topaz's
remove
stellar success
kode yang
might
pertama
have
ini.
something of the supernatural about it.
Oh?
Supernatural? Oh,
Typo,
reminds
typo.
me of Gwaynithan's ghost hunting streams.
Ghost hunting? Let's not jump the gun. When people think of Topaz, they don't think about ghosts, but a certain unmistakable companion. I'm talking about her warp trotter, Numby! They may look like a cute mascot, but Numby is Topaz's trusted sidekick, both at work and out on the battlefield. Numby has a keen sense for sniffing out wealth. Security checks,
Pantesan.
debt settlements, and calculations are all
Ada.
child's play for
Dapat
this little
300
thing.
soalnya lumayan.
Together with Topaz, they
Dapat
traverse the
300.
cosmos, resolving any and all debt disputes that could threaten
Itu pokoknya
the
dapat
IPC's
300.
operations. Numby
Ada 300
is a legit employee, even have an official role and title.
Topaz skillnya gue udah tahu.
Really? And don't
Apa tuh,
forget,
Fizz?
the corporate world mirrors the battlefield in more ways than one. Topaz's prowess in the former is just as swift and formidable in the latter. And you better believe Numby plays a huge part in that. Topaz and Numby are fire-type characters following the path of the hunt. At the start of an allied turn, if no enemy on the battlefield is inflicted with proof of death, Topaz will inflict this state on a random enemy, thereby boosting the follow-up attack damage they receive.
Ultimate-nya aja tuh.
During battle,
Ya,
Numby
aku masih
starts
invalid.
out with an initial speed and acts autonomously, attacking enemies inflicted with proof of death. Excluding Numby's own turns, every time an ally follow-up attack hits an enemy
bentar ya.
inflicted with proof of death, Numby's
betulin
action
dulu.
is advanced forward.
Seems like Numby and Topaz share a strong bond.
They make a tight unit. Speaking of which,
Coba, aku
Topaz's
betulin dulu
skill,
kodenya.
difficulty paying, is able to reallocate proof of debt to a different target, allowing Numby to immediately launch an assault and deal a set percentage of Topaz's attack as fire
Udah
damage to the
bener
new
ini.
target. This counts as a follow-up attack. Topaz's ultimate,
Udah
Turn of
bener ini.
Profit, allows Numby to enter
Emang
the
ultimate-nya
Windfall
ngapain, Fizz?
Bonanza state. In this state, damage and crit damage dealt by Numby both experience an increase. If that wasn't enough, every time an ally's basic attack, skill, or ultimate hits an enemy inflicted with proof of death, Numby's action is additionally advanced forward. After Numby launches a set number of attacks, this effect is dispelled.
Whoa, Numby's got moves!
Some believe that everything possesses a soul. I believe that if you treat all living things with genuine care, regardless of whether they're human, they'll respond in kind.
Hold on to your hats,
follow
folks.
up attack ini.
Numby's not done yet. Topaz and Numby's technique, Explicit Subsidy, allows Topaz to summon Numby when entering a map. Numby then automatically seeks out basic treasures and trotters within a certain range, leading Topaz right to the loot. The best part? Trotters won't be alerted to their approach, and this effect doesn't even consume technique points. If Topaz and Numby enter combat after using their technique, our little warp trotter regenerates a set amount of Topaz's energy after launching their first attack. If Topaz and Numby are still in the team after winning a battle entered in this
Apa sih yang
way,
lain?
the
Ultimate
team
Ultimate
receives a
Ultimate
small amount of additional credits
bonus
up to a set daily limit. The above also goes for winning battles entered in this way within the simulated universe. But instead of credits, the team receives a small amount of cosmic fragments with a chance to bag a random curio.
That's quite the skill set. Seems
wow,
like
lumayan ya.
Topaz and
Artinya
Numby
Topaz
have a
lebih-
bad cop approach to debt collection.
All that and no debuffs. We might as well call Numby the omnipotent cosmic piggy bank.
Careful now. If there's an eon of
Sumpah,
prosperity
kangen,
out
Halo,
there,
ngambek.
I doubt they want competition.
Apa kabar nih?
Truth be told, Topaz
Aku
isn't
sekarang
very much
mainnya
about
jadi sama
Numby's
itu doang loh,
wealth-generating
Honkai
abilities.
style.
Here at the IPC,
Halo,
there's a
halo.
reputation for being
Halo,
clean as a
Sisi.
whistle.
Selamat datang
Money
ya.
just isn't that important to me.
Sibuk ya?
Money is a means, not an end. Work should make you happy. Topaz looks after Numby because she loves them. Simple as that. That's not all I heard. In version 1.4, stagnant shadow shape of Scorch. Going
Baru banget dah.
Beat it, and you can snag the
Lagi sakit
essential
gue.
material
Oh, oke.
required for Topaz and Gwenifin.
Baru sehat. Oke.
Albert, are
Bella.
you sure Topaz is just your colleague? It feels like she's got a way bigger role than you.
What? Clearly, you've never worked in a top-tier company. In esteemed enterprises like ours, we stress a horizontal approach to management. As long as one has their own methodology, finds their own niche, and employs their own strategy, they can exert unlimited influence and change the fate of a project.
Himeko, is he making any sense to you?
I'm not quite following.
Look, I might not get the
Yeah,
ins and
mirip
outs
dan
of
Hang.
investing, but I know my way around the presentation deck. Those
Sakit
dazzling
apa?
slides on
Itu.
Topaz.
Kiri.
Yup, my creation.
Ya, yang penting udah
Impressive.
sehat. Ya.
It's all about making yourself indispensable in the workplace. And if Topaz were here right now, she'd acknowledge my presence with the utmost respect.
How's it hanging, Owly? Hi, viewers.
Nggak suka.
Topaz!
Walaupun
That's my
ability-nya
name.
lumayan,
Don't wear it out.
tapi
You
nggak
guys
suka.
probably mentioned already, but I work in the strategic investment department at the IPC headquarters. It's an honor to
Nggak
be
suka
here for Miss
Topaz
March
lagi.
7's show today, and to meet Miss Himiko.
Hi,
Mendingan buat
Topaz.
fuhu.
Nice to meet you too.
The Director Topaz, what brings you here?
Sakit cacat
A
gue
while ago,
ketularan.
we received an investment application from the
Ya, yang penting
Interastral
mah udah
Peace Media
sembuh, ya.
Department. It seems the IPM's presenters want to expand the program's reach. As such, the corporation sent me to evaluate the program's performance.
Director Topaz, I'll show you my expertise right now. So without further
Walaupun
ado,
mungkin Topaz.
let's unveil
Topaz
version
teh.
1.4's eagerly
teh
awaited
untuk
5-star characters. During the first phase of 1.4 in the character Event Warp, Gentle Eclipse of the Moon, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Jing Liu. And during the second phase of 1.4, 2 character
Gara-gara
Event
bacakan
Warps will
pramuka.
become available. In the character
Semangat,
Event
Fizz,
Warp
semangat.
Sunset Clause,
Yes.
Trailblazers can obtain the
Nice.
limited 5-star characters Topaz and Numby. Meanwhile, in the character Event
Bagus,
Warp,
Ay.
Butterfly and
Bannernya lumayan,
Sorted,
Ay.
the limited 5-star character Zila will be making a return. And I almost forgot to mention, the 4-star character Gwenipin will also be a part of these 2 second phase character Event Warps.
Look who's back. It's
Mampus.
Zila. Feels like forever since we last saw her in
Mampus.
Bellabog.
Characters aside,
Mampus
we're also
kalian.
eagerly anticipating version 1.4's 5-star light cones. At 1.4's first phase light cone event warp, the
Riran
drop
nih.
rate of the
Rirannya maju
5-star
tuh.
light cone, I shall be my own sword, will be boosted.
Apa kata dokter?
It's that sword-wielding beauty again.
Standing there in the moonlight
Mampus.
without her blindfold, amidst all those
Ada rirannya.
flowers. Quite the sight.
Unforgettable.
Di kiri apa?
Meanwhile, in 1.4's
Dikelilit itu
second
mah.
phase light cone event warps, the drop rates for the 5-star light
Langsung
cones,
3, iya,
worrisome
langsung 3.
blissful, and in the night will be
Jadi
boosted.
Jing Liu dulu
Wow,
keluar,
Topaz
habis
is
itu
so
Topaz.
lucky to be surrounded by so many
Topaz sama
cute
itu keluar lagi
fluff
salah.
balls. Can we get one for the Express, Himiko? Oh, please.
I'm afraid that
Mampus.
might not be possible. I remember Pom Pom
Banyak
saying
yang ngambek.
they're not keen on
Mandi
having
go bye-bye.
anything that sheds fur in the carriages.
But Pom Pom sheds tons of fur.
You know, trotters like Numby make great companions. They're non-shedding, low maintenance, and super squishy. Plus, they can sniff out valuable treasures. Or, what about adopting a talking bird?
3 nih,
Like
3 banner.
Owly here.
Wait, what?
Jadi Jing Liu keluar dulu,
Absolutely
habis
not.
Jing Liu nanti waktu
I'm
Topaz,
the
karena
star
Topaz
of the
tahu kayaknya nggak
IPM.
banyak yang ngincar.
And that wraps up
Jadi
today's
dikeluarin lagi
Warp
Sela.
and Light Cone segment. Director Topaz, I was wondering, how did you rate my performance?
Let's talk about that later. The reason I'm here for March's show today is to present some small gifts to our esteemed viewers
Mampus.
on behalf of the IPC.
Kayak yang gitu juga tuh.
I'm not the best at crafting presentation decks, but here's a slide I worked up.
Ayo, tulis lagi. Tulis lagi nih. JSP Anzep 272 S kan.
Feel the
Coba aku dulu
frost
ya.
in the space fantasy adventure Honkai Star Rail.
Coba aku dulu. Bisa nggak? Kalau bisa, aku langsung gitu. Jadi kalian nggak usah ketik-ketik, tinggal copy aja. Bisa. Coba yang ini. Mantap tuh. Mampus saya mau saya lihat tuh.
Dive into a
Challenge.
timeless space fantasy adventure, Honkai Star Rail.
Honkai Star Rail.
Gee, thanks, Topaz. It's great you could take time out of your schedule to be on the show. You must be pretty busy.
Well, the corporation is a big part of my life. In fact, me and my team are heading out to business on Eurillo 6 very soon. Taking part in today's program was a nice change of pace for me.
Oh, really? Eurillo 6? We've been there.
Gak bisa di aku.
So,
Nggak
is
tahu,
this
Chris, kalau nggak
a
bisa.
debt collecting trip?
I'm afraid I can't comment on internal IPC matters. That said, I
Limited
heard the
kah? Nggak tahu.
Express crew will be
Di aku
heading
bisa.
to Eurillo 6 for the Trailblaze Continuance Future Market. Looking forward to seeing you all in Bellabog.
Huh? How did you
Kok
know
Discord
about
aku nggak
that?
jalan ya?
Preliminary research is crucial for the smooth progression of any project. Our data collection lead
Ya,
informed me
Discord-nya
about a
ngapus lagi, Kak.
significant site on Eurillo 6, known as the Pillars
Yap,
of Creation,
Discord aku ngapus
a
lagi,
memorial
sudah.
symbolizing centuries of Belabogian resistance. Out of respect, I
Koko
intend
bisa
to
kok.
pay a visit there
Koko
with a few
bisa, Koko
colleagues.
bisa.
Colleagues?
Nih buktinya nih.
Where are my manners? Let me introduce them. Senior
Buktinya
staff,
tuh
team
di
leader,
sini.
grunt, field personnel, and grunt, security personnel.
They look
Bisa,
pretty
bisa.
slick, but I can't help but wonder.
Koko kasih.
Are they enthusiastic about a
Tuh,
trip to an
Koko
ice
dapat tuh.
planet?
I'm afraid enthusiasm doesn't come into it. The IPC's balance sheet isn't the best right now. We haven't got the capital to outsource missions like these.
That explains the recent disturbance in the corporation. As if thousands of voices suddenly sighed in exhaustion and were suddenly silenced.
Let's set that aside for now. You know, I've heard all about the achievements of the Astral Express. I also heard that the train's navigator was a lady of unparalleled beauty and talent. It was a pleasure to meet you at last,
Enggak,
Miss
justru aku
Himiko.
sekarang Fis bukan itu.
Another reason for coming on
Hanya
the show
satu hari
today?
doang.
I hope I lived up to your
available.
expectations.
You exceeded them. Next time, let's see if we can meet up in person.
I'm sure we can make that happen. Once your work in Bellabog is done, perhaps you'd like to drop by the Express.
It's a deal. I've always wanted to set eyes on the Express.
Jeez. We get a room for these guys
Mampus
already?
ya.
Get
Si
a
Bang
room?
Upi.
What does that
Bokeh
mean?
ay.
As
Kalau
another
misalnya aku
gesture of the
gacha semua.
corporation's goodwill, I'd like to introduce a brand new
Langsung
event for
3, eh.
everyone to take part in.
Oh, woohoo!
Nice!
Recognized universally as the leading video game brand, Ethereum Wars is set to unveil an offline fan event on Eurillo 6, the Interastral Tournament Festival.
Ethereum Wars? What's that?
Think of it as a holographic video game. To secure a spot in the
Ini
grand
artinya nanti
final,
waktu di
contestants
Topaz ya.
must collect and nurture ether
Event ini.
spirits, which
Nggak
can be
mungkin di
found
itu
within
kan,
victory
nggak mungkin
zones.
di kita.
Ether spirits?
I'd venture to guess they're much like Numby here. Digital replicas of creatures designed to serve as combat companions.
Right you are, Miss Himiko. Your knowledge in this area is surprising.
I've heard a thing or two about the IPC's research and cultivation programs. Am I right in assuming that the aim of this event is to analyze the suitability of different species as fighting companions?
Correct. And we stand by our promise that no real-life creatures will be harmed during Ethereum Wars. The IPC has renovated an old weapons testing ground to serve as a tournament venue. We've also set up victory zones in different locations. Herta
Kita
Space
bisa jadi
Station,
enemy.
Eurillo 6, and the Xianzhou Luofu. Those who
Makanya.
manage to defeat the championship contenders in each victory zone and complete the hyperlink challenges will be greeted with generous rewards. It's also worth noting that ether spirits, both allied
Wah,
and
gila,
enemy
mikir
alike,
ini.
are classified into 3 types:
Halo,
mechanical,
Nyota.
humanoid,
Selamat
and
datang.
aberrant. In combat, these types have a cyclical relationship, with each one countering another. Attacking enemies that are vulnerable to your current ether spirit's type will allow you to deal extra damage.
Halo Nyuta.
Oh, so picking a type that counters your opponents is super important.
You got it. Furthermore, as you advance through the competition, you'll gain access to the even more formidable Overlord Ether Spirits, which can be developed to boost their combat prowess.
So the deeper you delve into the competition, the fiercer the fights become. This is gonna be quite the contest. You okay there, March 7th?
Ether spirit, copy. Let's see. Whoa, a gold Albert.
Miss March! Do I look like some battle pet to you? You can't just collect anything and everything.
Just curious.
A reminder to our
Kotak
esteemed
distraction ada
contestants.
nggak ya? Nggak tahu.
Numerous players from
Kalau bisa
across the universe will be
pakai cepat,
partaking in
gua
the
gas.
Ethereum Wars. As you progress, new opponents will be
Bagus
revealed.
loh. Di
After completing all
Kan
challenges,
Koko nunggu
exhibition
band
matches
rihatnya
await,
itu
where you
kakak.
might end up face to face
Sedangkan
with
itu
some
ngasih sampo.
unexpected opponents.
Abis itu ngasih
And should you rise to the
Cinque.
occasion and overcome the Interastral Tournament Festival challenges,
Abis
you'll
yang
receive
kasih
IPC
Cinque, kasih
sponsored
Tinkyun.
eligibility for a specially selected
Tinkyunnya Koko teh
4-star
level
character.
berapa ya? Berapa ya?
And there
Oh,
you
lupa.
have it, the full rundown on Ethereum Wars. Hope you
Tinkyunnya
all had
Koko
fun, and
tuh-
remember to treat your combat companions kindly. I've got
dua.
a meeting to get to.
Bagus ay.
Bye
Mantap
for
ay.
now.
Tinkyunnya Koko
You're
berapa ya?
leaving so soon?
Empat.
I'm
Oke, oke.
sure our
Ini
paths
bakalan
will
bagus
cross
ay.
again. Over to you and
Cakep,
Albert.
cakep.
Keep up the
Koko.
good work. There
Buset
will be
dah.
a year-end bonus for everyone when
Yes,
we roll out the
ay,
new
yeah.
project.
Thank you, Director. Your wisdom, foresight, and mentorship know no bounds. Take care now. Stay safe out there.
Emangnya nggak punya Jepang?
I should be going too. There's some maintenance on the express to attend to.
Aku nggak
Hope to
punya
catch you all
Jepang.
soon.
Cuci
Thanks for
mata.
all the help, Himeko. See you soon.
Are they gone?
Gone?
Topaz and Emiko.
I think so.
You sure?
Yes. Take a look for yourself.
Abang main game apa?
See?
Ini lagi
Told you,
nonton dulu
all gone.
pengumuman.
Nobody here but me. Nobody
Pengumuman
else on the
Honkai Star
line?
Rail. Iya,
That's a relief. All those
aku punya
gifts.
gara-gara Call of Duty
If you ask
50 di
me,
FX.
Topaz is just abusing her position to engage in a personal pastime.
Huh? Topaz's
Ini lagi
personal pastime?
nonton dulu
What's that?
pengumumannya. Ini Honkai Star
Isn't it
Rail.
obvious to you? Maybe you should take another look at the
Sama
specifics of
kayak
this
GI.
event.
Tapi
Let
gamenya
me
beda,
think.
jenis gamenya.
I got it! So Topaz's personal pastime is hunting.
Duh? Hunting. Miss March, what gave you that impression?
Itu Honkai kenapa? Ada
well,
pengumuman aja.
Isn't that right, though? I'll show you. This event is all about sneaking up slowly and then... Hey!
Whoa. Slow down a second. Topaz's pastime is cuddling creatures, not hunting them. As soon as
Cerita
she gets
Kak,
home, she grabs her
pengumuman
pets and
update
cuddles the
gitulah.
heck out of them. She's
Abang
got hundreds
cute.
at her
Thank
company
you.
apartment.
Thank you, Nita.
Huh? Did you say hundreds? How does she have the space?
Well, her company apartment is
Kan kok Hans
an
juga suka
ecological
nontonin gini ya
starship.
Genshin. Mungkin nanti aku nontonin yang
Meanwhile, my
Genshin juga.
favorite butts in his studio from the 2020s.
Nanti aku juga nontonin yang
Topaz
Genshin
lives
deh.
it up
Kalau
in a
misalnya ada
giant
update atau apa.
starship over at corporate HQ. Well, I get my
Itu
on pack
pokoknya
lunches in the middle of
Bukan
nowhere.
gemuk.
Hang in there, Albert. Let's shift our attention to some of the other thrilling events coming our way. First off, during the 1.4 release, the Planar Infinity event is making its debut.
Nice.
Herta and 3 other members of the Genius Society made some small renovations to the simulated universe, but each of them threw a spanner in the works. With the code damage, the universe is beginning to expand exponentially. Madam Herta wanted me to
Abang ni
pass the
cerita
message
kah?
on to our trailblazers. Don't panic, just a minor bug. You will be compensated.
Gara-gara
Minor bug? Really?
Jadinya nggak ngamuk
It
gimana
doesn't
maksudnya?
sound like
Saya kamu
it.
udah selesai
It's
kah? Saya
true.
Honkai Star
The
Rail.
spanners in
Cuma tinggal
question
ke iya.
cause the
Kan ini
simulated
nanti
universe's
update.
blessings and curios
Kan
to
nanti ini update.
multiply.
Abang nih cerita kah?
As such, in
Enggak,
Planar
aku nggak
Infinity's
cerita, aku
ordinary
nggak kayak-
plane challenges,
kayak
trailblazers can
misalnya
obtain
nih,
some wonderful
Ya udah
buffs.
kapan-kapan nanti kita
For
nge-react misalnya apa gitu barengan, oke?
For
MC-nya siapa atau gimana?
A
Mirip
cosmic
gitu.
big lotto that won't disappoint.
Oh, wow!
See what I mean? Following an ordinary
Kan ini
plane
update.
challenge,
Nanti kalau update ya
trailblazers
ceritanya
will
ada lagi.
enter
Pasti
Herta's
nonton
manic plane with their buffs in tow. Every time trailblazers successfully challenge a wave of enemies, a floor is successfully cleared. As floors are cleared, trailblazers will face off against increasingly difficult enemies until
Mantap
Uh-oh.
Ain.
I knew there was a catch. Now we have to fight attrition warfare?
Herta wants to test the limits of the
Abang
simulated
besok
universe's
lanjut
memory.
pukul 8
Don't panic, Miss
malam ya.
March.
Oke,
As
siap.
long as Trailblazers
Tadinya mau
obtain
main
as many
Pokemon.
buffs as they can in the ordinary playing challenges,
Hanya
they'll be
itu
able
doang.
to face down the
Hanya-
manic
jangan
playing
dilakuin
with
itu,
full
Bro.
strength. Trust me, in the
Kasarnya
simulated
kayak-
universe, anything is possible.
Tadinya aku
Really?
mau
I don't believe you.
You must believe me. I promise, Trailblazers, it's a walk in the
Tadinya
park.
aku mau main
I'm
Pokemon,
begging you.
cuman
Now I
emulatornya
really
ngambek.
don't believe
Udah di
you.
restart, PC juga
And
nggak
of
bisa.
course, Werewolf
Let's
version
go.
1.4b without the ever stimulating check-in event. Come
Nice.
on, y'all. Give it up in the back. Let's hear
Yeah.
it for
Nice,
checking in.
nice.
Woohoo! Check in.
Also in
Let's
1.4,
go, let's go.
we'll be welcoming in a story replay feature. When interacting with characters in the story, Trailblazers can now pause dialogue and review
Nah, ini yang
surrounding
diperluin.
context. All that juicy lore and tasty exposition buried under trigger happy
Yang ini
mouse clicks.
Fushuan gak guna, rewardnya
To be
guna lagi.
rediscovered.
Fist
This
guna lagi.
doesn't mean you can make
800
new
lumayan, ay.
choices, though. So always make
Bang,
choices
pilih
that you
hero
know you won't
apa?
regret.
We'll also be seeing the return of the
Yep.
planar fisher and realm of the strange event.
Hero apa nih?
During
Di
the
game
events,
apa nih?
successfully challenging the simulated universe
Mobile Legend.
and Cavern of Corrosion
Mobile Legend
can
1-1
earn
aja
you
nih.
a set amount
Nggak tahu
of
1-1
double
sekarang masih nggak tahu.
rewards.
Nice! Double rewards! Some people are
Lumayan
farming the
doang.
cavern like
Ya
crazy
daripada nggak dapat
every
sama sekali
day.
fish.
They can save themselves some time.
Kalau kamu ngumpulin 5
Would
juga udah lumayan,
you
ay.
be one of those people, Miss March?
Daily login na naman status.
No way. Pom Pom never stops talking about that mysterious recipe
Tetap
they
lumayan,
found. Things are gonna get real busy soon.
Masih baik loh.
What's a recipe
Genshin nggak
gotta
ngasih
do
sama
with
sekali
being
loh.
busy?
It's not just the recipe. Pom Pom's
Jingyu
been
bisa
talking
10
about organizing
spin.
a whole food tour event.
Pokoknya sih
So
emang udah mau
strange.
nge-spend uang ya ke
Nobody
Jingyu
even
ya.
knows where the recipe
Jadinya nggak terlalu
came
gimana-gimana.
from. What if Pom Pom runs into bad guys on the tour? I need to protect the conductor.
Ha! I get it now.
Koko
You
sih
wanna
udah
pose as a
bakalan
bodyguard to get a
nge-spend duit
bunch of
lah di
free
Jingyu.
snacks.
Hey, that's slander. The food tour will be following the express
Aku
around the
sih di
world.
out account.
Keep your eyes
Jadi
peeled
udah nggak
for official
gimana-gimana nih.
announcements on when and where we'll be stopping.
Hey, I'm the one that leaves people in suspense around here.
Mumpung PT
And
33.
now for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Nanti yang aku nggak tahu
Redemption codes.
yang satu lagi
Codes,
yang
codes, codes.
harmoni yang paling baru itu munculnya di Huo atau di satu lagi. Tulis lagi.
We are honored to introduce Honkai Star Rail to the PlayStation 5 on October 11th. PlayStation 5 is a perfect platform for this space journey, allowing our team to tap into full potential of the console.
KAF.
The story
Oke.
of Honkai Star Rail is only getting
Aku
started.
coba dulu seperti
Now
biasa.
with added technical
Lumayan
features
banget
on
ay. Mau
PlayStation
dikasih
5,
300,
we
200
invite
lumayan ay.
PlayStation gamers
Kalau
worldwide
top up kayak
to
gitu.
join us in this breathtaking space fantasy.
I'm aboard the asteroid
Kode
Express
terakhir.
on this October 11th. Adventure has no limits.
And may this journey lead us starward.
Dan nggak apa-apa sih, aku bakalan tetap ngegacain. Ini bagus banget.
Well, that's everything for today. Thanks for tuning in to our special program and see you in the...
Wait! Albert! Who's the main presenter here? Shouldn't I be the one to bring the show to a close?
My bad. Force a habit. In that case, is there anything our main presenter would like to say to the audience?
Let me think. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, follow, and share. Let's get to 50 billion views!
50 billion. You might want to take a few zeros out there, March. Anyway, I got a flap. They're not paying me enough overtime, that's for sure. So whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and get yourself home already. Albert, sign it off. Bye-bye.
Wait, Albert! He really made a break for it. Anyway, so, that's all for today's program. Thanks a lot for tuning
Banyak ya
in.
programnya.
I'm your host, March 7th, wishing all you guys a great day!
Nanti deh, aku bikin videonya deh. Aku rangkum ini besok atau itu aku sudah upload tuh. Tapi ngelihat dari reaksi dan lain-lain, ini sih bakalan lumayan itu ya. Hot, spicy. Lumayan, update-nya lumayan bagus. Bagus aja nih, banyak banget event aja. 300. Lumayan banget aja. Yuk sekalian nyelesain misi dikit. Genshin pelit banget soalnya kalau soal yang ginian. Super pelit aja. Ini masih ada.
I'll be checking.
Sama masih ada. Situ. Sudah? Sudah? Epic game, hebat. Sudah ya kali ini ya. Oke, artinya bakalan ada event-event yang lumayan di Honkai. Bisa kita lihat lah. Jir, blade-nya sekakat. Blade mah selalu sekakat di kok. Nggak pernah nggak sekakat ya. Karena pakai ability-nya terus kan. Ngakuin beberapa event dulu lah. Yuk. Quest dan lain-lain. Soalnya Fusuan solo sustain sih. Itu dia. Fusuannya solo sustain ya. Kalau nggak mah mungkin bisa. Kalau aku mau pakai tim ideal mah kan bukan Fusuan ini. Nama ribu kok mentok. Sepatu ini HP. Tapi kalau diganti sama mana sih ada yang speed kan? Switch 5.000. Slow Fusuan sih ini. Buat sementara dulu aja slow Fusuan aja lebih bagus ya. Bagusnya apa sih? Gua lupa gua. Fusuan mah bagusnya HP sama efek keras. Tapi ininya Koko juga masih jelek. Ini full set begitu enter battle nge-heal sampai 80%. Benar sekali Tris. Nih, contoh ya contoh. Artinya kita damage aja sini. Nge-like dikit. Kamu nggak buka GI kan? Udah nge-heal. Tahu aja.
Savor it for me.
Converge and awaken. Human creation.
Ouch.
Net markers activated. Time for good old
Tapi ya kalau dibilang sih Koko udah itu sih. Udah mentok ya yang ini.
This sword needs
Jadi nggak
sharpening.
terlalu itu. Yuk, cek ini claim shadow. Destroy 3 objects 200. 3 objects. Cari aja. Connect. Karena LC ada distraction bisa sampai 10k HP-nya. Ya, itu kalau misalnya reliknya bagus banget kan. Kan aku belum farming relik sampai yang gimana ya. 1 2 selesai. Ini aja. Disuruh ngapain sih? Salvage any relic. Oke, salvage any relic. Salvage any relic. Relic yang jelek aja. Attack HP bagus ini. Lumayan. Jelek tapi oke. Ini sih buat fusuan bagus ya. HP speed crit rate. Salvage. Sip. Selesai questnya. Ini. Belum ngelakuin ini. Palingan Jinju apa ya? Kalau nggak punya LC-nya mentok dituju ke HP itu juga relic udah tingkat dewa dan pakai LC itu. Oke. Artinya aku masih bisa ngembangin lagi ya. Cuman ya aku males aja sih ngembangin. Ini ngasih 600, itu ngasih 800. Danai banyak pisan nih. Gak ngerti mainnya. Ini tuh mainnya kayak Pokemon sih. Lebih kayak Pokemon. Cuman kalau Pokemon lebih simpel, ini lebih susahnya, lebih rumitnya. Kalau Pokemon kan turn based bang. Ya, tipikal turn based lah, turn based game ini. Azamu, selamat datang Azamu. Ini Pokemon, sejenis Pokemon gitu loh. Sejenis Pokemon gitu. Habis baca doa, bergetar di depan panggung. Full size berapaan kok nggak tahu. Kalau di itu nggak tahu. Kalau di apa namanya, di iPad atau di mana. Nih contoh ya, contoh. Ini mah contoh. Aku mau berantem sama yang ini. Ini aku kasih tahu dulu. Grogi. Semangat say. Nih misal contoh. Ini kan aku berantem nih. Di sini tuh oke. Karena berantemnya tuh gini, sistemnya nih, Azamu. Sistemnya tuh mirip Pokemon, mirip banget Pokemon turn based game. Bisa lihat di kiri atas itu turnnya. Kayak turn kiri atas, karakternya aku warnanya biru, merah, musuh, udah jelas, gampang banget. Nah, ada ability-nya, ada Q itu serangan biasa. Kalau E itu serangan itu. Kalau E itu serangan ability kasarnya. Ability ini tuh makan bintang yang ada di sini nih. Ada 3 bintang kan nih skill point ini nih. Itu tuh yang makan nih, makan skill point. Contoh. Tuh jadi 2. Ini tuh skill yang E. Nah, di sini tuh ada breakness nih, ada weakness-nya. Weakness-nya tuh kalau di Pokemon kan lebih kayak api, pasti lemahnya sama air, lemahnya sama api. Yang kayak gitunya tuh. Ya kan? Misalnya daun pasti kuat tuh lawan air, tapi lemah sama api. Nah, tipikalnya gitu. Nah, di sini ada, kalau misalnya kayak aku nih warnanya hijau, kan elemen angin. Di sini ada yang elemen angin juga. Nah, kalau misalnya diserang, ini bakalan weakness, damage-nya juga bakalan lebih sakit. Contoh. Tuh. Sedangkan misalnya kalau enggak, damage-nya tuh nggak ada tuh, lebih gitu aja. Pokemon nggak ada main via ulti. Ya, kalau di sini bisa itu. Ngerti gue. Ya ini mah betulan buat yang itu banget nih. Ya di sini tapi misalnya bisa di interrupt. Iya betul. Kalau nggak ulti nggak interrupt musuh. Gitu. Dan ada sistem auto juga, auto battle.
A blade knows no mercy. Failed to stand you.
Gitu sih Azamu. Makanya Koko lebih suka main ini dulu sebelum Genshin ya, soalnya Koko dulu mainnya turn based game. Tadinya mau main itu kan, mau main Pokemon tapi emunya ngadet ngambek Jadi ya ditunda dulu deh. Aku berapa lama lagi sih di sini? Ya restart health. Aku tinggal 19 hari lagi. Ya gitu cara mainnya. Oke. Nah, kalau nge-evolve-nya lebih susah daripada kalau Pokemon kan tergantung level. Ada beberapa Pokemon yang harus kriteria tertentu. Kalau di sini nggak ada evolve dan lain-lain, tapi ada leveling. Nah, levelingnya tuh di sini. Kamu harus kumpulin materialnya dan lain-lain. Contoh kayak yang ini. Kamu harus nyari materialnya. Tuh kayak ini. Apalagi ya yang harus dicari ya material teh. Terus senjatanya ini. LC tuh senjata ngasih efek. Lebih rumit lah daripada Pokemon. Cuman konsepnya mirip Pokemon turn based gitu. Kalau suka turn based game, cocok banget ini. Bang, itu hero apa? Ini karakter namanya Blade. Karakternya makan darah sendiri buat ngasih kekuatan. Kalaupun ada dihitung sebagai karakter baru. Bintang 5 dikira ML. Apa ya? Ya kan kebanyakan orang belum tahu ya. Kayak mau ML juga susah sih. Kayak Koko juga pengen main Dota juga. Aduh ini. Hero abang ada berapa karakter ya? Karakter aku ada nggak tahu. Coba lihat. Salah. Di data bank. Karakter aku ada 23. Aku punya 23 karakter. Ions lengkap, Relic lengkap, ini lengkap. Light Cone enggak. Light Cone aku enggak lengkap. Light Cone lebih susah. Harmony lengkap semua. Yang ini mah gak akan aku ambil lagi. Jelek. Friend request. Hah, ada yang aku pakai bronya nih. Jamin bronya serem nakan betul kan? Bronya lumayan nih. Mantap ay bronya ya. Sadis say. Dia pakai ini ya. Lebih cocok sih. Di PS Pro-nya, bukan di PS Pro-nya itu. Pro-nya emang harus ngegedein damage ini. Soalnya ada ability-nya kok di mana gitu, lupa. Crit damage-nya tuh harus gede. Crit damage-nya tuh harus gede. Kalau nggak susah. Oh, lupa ability di mana. Kayaknya di skill itunya di ultimate-nya deh. Di ultimate-nya deh kalau nggak salah. Yang perlu itu banget. Tuh kan, their crit damage equals to 15% itu. Betul tuh. Hero apa yang paling hebat dan juga kuat? Di sini sih nggak ada ya. Di sini harus ada temennya. Jadi saling nggak bisa satu tahan doang. Di game ini ya. Jadi bukan yang itu. Khususnya di akun utama aku juga 90% crit damage. Tapi ya kalau misalnya aku bilang ya, relic ini nanti aku kasih ke Fusion deh. Kemungkinan besar aku ngasih relic ini ke Fusion. Coba di-enchant. Aku maxin dah ini. Abang suka hero apa? Kalau karakter sih, ya, ini buat fusion bagus. Buat fusion udah bagus aja ini. Dikasihnya speed lagi, ya dan. Ininya aja yang jelek. Karakter apa yang aku suka? Bukan hero ya, kalau karakter ya ini sih. Ini yang aku paling suka. Karakter 5 yang aku dapat awal. Ini aku paling sukanya. Aku suka ini karena ganteng, aku suka ini karena cantik. Masalahnya mereka jadi combo juga. Ya udah. Hoki aja aku. Tapi ada kali ini enggak ya yang HP? Ada sih div, cuma divnya jelek ya. Kayak nggak tahu kenapa ya kalau aku suka satu karakter habis itu suka lagi yang lain kayak nyambung kemana-mana. Gue yang kena kan? Iya. Tuh. Udah bagus aja kok. Ini bagus, ini bagus, ini bagus. Jingliu dapat, kalau dapat lagi light count-nya udah bagus banget itu. Kayak Koko juga udah nabung ay. Udah nabung berat ay ini. Ini Koko belum ngelakuin yang lain-lainnya nih. Kekuatannya apa yang hero laki tadi? Makan nyawa sendiri tapi damage-nya jadi kenceng. Karakternya kayak gitu. Yang ini. Aku udah lupa apa ya. Coba lupa, sabar ya, aku lupa sesuatu. Udah lama, kebanyakan main Genshin di Word tuh. Kalau aku bentar lagi bisa beli ini 20 tuh. Udah di 70. Lumayan banget Belum lagi event yang itu, belum lagi Koko ngelakuin apa. Banyak banget. Yuk, satu lagi habis itu kita end stream. Kita Forgotten Hall. Bisa deh sekali lagi buat dapetin Echo of War. Echo of War. Kita ngelakuin apa ya? Teleportasi aja deh. Solo sustain atau pakai itu ya? Thanks. Aku baru nyadar Jepart itu kebalikannya 7/3. Ini aku sekali lagi habis itu kita end stream. Nanti kalau misalnya malam aku bisa streaming lagi, aku streaming lagi. Abang buat tugas kah? Tugas? Enggak, ada acara dulu. Ada acara ngumpul-ngumpul dulu bentar. Jadinya kalau nanti aku bisa streaming lagi, aku streaming nemenin kalian. Aku cobain lagi setting Pokemon juga. Tadi karena itu juga jadinya ya begitulah. Solo sustain kayaknya mati deh gue. Kayaknya mati deh di 82 mah. Bucat ay. Aduh, disepit. Ada acara dulu. Terus aku juga mau setting Pokemon.
Lend me your strength.
Nice.
Savor it for me.
Jangan, belum level 80 kan? Belum.
Gather as one.
Kuat. Kuat kok kuat. Percaya aja kuat.
Net markers activate. Time for good old counter attack.
Nggak kuat sih ini sih. Nggak akan kuat lagi.
Fail to set you.
Lend me your strength.
Ya elah disentuh dong. Sakit aja disentuh. Skill point reduce. Kayak aku. Oh ya waktu itu mau nyobain di sini ya. Abang berlawan dengan hero apa hero lagi? Ini lawan bosnya. Lawan bosnya biar bisa dapat item. Sakit.
Savor it for me.
Harus ada heal sih. Mau siapapun harus ada heal sih. Tak kuat nih. Harus ada IR hoki. Nggak peduli gara-gara pakai blade, coba pakai darah. Makanya aku nggak pilih dan auto itu salah satu. Kayaknya mati deh blade aku. Abang pakai hero apa untuk berlawan dengan orang jahat itu? Aku pakai hero komen lagi pengguna dan pakai kelompok ini 4 ini nih. Harus pakai 4 itu. Kalau nggak mati. Oh well played.
Fail to stand you.
Lend me your strength.
The fight is set.
Okay.
Savor it for me.
Okay. Musuhnya tewas nih. Enggak dong. Tewas deh. Tewas deh musuhnya. Gak apa-apa. Musuhan tewas bukan berarti kalah kan, Tris. Di auto lah. Sanggup loh di auto loh. Edan nih. Masih ke siapa ini? Jelek banget. Palingan baiknya yang dijelaskan. Dah. Oke, thank you guys yang udah nonton. Nyuta, thank you ya udah datang. Tristan, thank you. Fish, thank you sudah datang. Aku end stream dulu. Outgoing healing. Aku tunggu bentar. Oke, thank you semua yang udah nonton. Thank you semua yang udah nonton. End stream dulu. Nanti kalau bisa streaming lagi, aku streaming lagi. Jangan lupa untuk di itu aja. Follow sosial media aku di sini. Seperti biasa. Besok atau malam ini kita cobain Pokemon. Kalau jalan, Pokemonnya aku malam ini. Kalau enggak aku cobain di pagi atau siang Pokemonnya, oke? Habis itu mau main game lain ya kita main game lain, oke? Thank you guys yang udah nonton. Thank you Tristan, thank you Hafiz, thank you Nyuta. udah perempuan itu pembantu abang kah? Perempuan itu support, bukan pembantu. Oke? Thank you semuanya yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa untuk itu. Dan ya, see you guys on the next stream. Oke? Goodbye and have a good night. Bye-bye.